it's the fact he's more comfortable with those around him. I don't know quite what it is, but it is one of those ones where when he does have the ball, he doesn't do enough, and when he doesn't have the ball, he doesn't do enough. So yeah, I agree with you. He's wasteful when he does get it. So, but I could just see him leaving loads of gaps, and even if he tries to cover those gaps, I do think that midfield, because we're going to need power and height against the Gravenberches and all that kind of. I do think Enzo is going to be a massive weakness, because if it comes to a one-on battle between the two, I think Gravenberch will eat him alive, to be honest. Because physically, Enzo's just not there. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to I don't doubt Enzo's technical ability, but physically, and I've seen this guy get bodied against Wolves. I see this guy get bodied against Forest and City. You know what I mean? JP, why do you remind me of these things?
Because I mean, it was the hilarious thing. Kovacic just ran through him like he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like it was. That's what I'm saying. Like you said, Lavia is out, but isn't he back from injury? Is he not fit to start?
Yeah, but is he not match fully fit?
Lavia hasn't played a game. Like he didn't go international or anything. So
yeah, no,
just throw him straight in.
His only minutes were against City.
Unless what happened last international break where Enzo came back, but he had like a cold or something, he was sick, so he couldn't play. Unless something like that happens, which I'm not wishing injuries, but like I'd rather Caicedo Lavia midfield.
Well, I think we all rather Caicedo Lavia, particularly where we're going. But
you know, might be facing.
Yes, exactly. And I'm not being funny. One thing about Liverpool, regardless of Klopp or Arne Slot, they put pressure on you, a lot of pressure on you. And that is probably one thing I will say, that when we're under pressure, when people press us high and get in our faces, it's not something we deal with very well, because we do misplaced passes. Sometimes, shall we say, our goalkeeper is reliable or unreliable, depending on how you look at it. Because I'm not being funny, like we've mentioned we've mentioned players that aren't playing. What about the players that are? You know what I mean? Is anyone worried about Sanchez being in goal for this one? Like, does everyone think Vega and Gusto are finally going to get exposed because they're literally or Adebayor for that matter, because he's going to be there instead of Fofana. These guys haven't played a lot, so touch and go, innit? Miss Melina, big up in the building as well. Big up Mel, hope you're well.
My concern is us giving up a dangerous free kick, and then just giving them a reason to either Trent bag one in the back of the net, or just have another set piece.
I was going to get into that as well, set pieces.
Because if Darwin gets isolated, because we have terrible marking when it comes to set pieces, he might. Who knows? Because Darwin, we gave him a penalty last time around, and he still finds a way to miss. That's why if it's like Jota or anyone else, they'll find the net.
Oh, that wasn't even my problem. My biggest problem was. That's why I'm thinking, like, if I'm sure I'd play Nunez, because the way, like, at certain times, playing the ball out of the back, Sanchez, if Nunez is there causing chaos, and then we end up giving the ball to, like, a Salah or someone, and then, it's crazy. So, that's...
JPT...
He needs a 10-minute run, and he always get the ball. So, I saw when Salah passed the ball to him, he's not normally 10 minutes run, and he's always, when he's not 10 minutes run, he always kicking the ball over the crossbar. So if he did 10 minutes run, a bit like what I see against Bournemouth in 10 minutes run, and he scored, that is what I want to see against the guys. But he normally does his 10 minutes run, and that's what we have problem with. His time running. He needs time. He need to time his run. Make sure he's on and not offside. That's the only thing.
Is that Jamaican to Jamaican, yeah? Big up TT. Big up to TT, man. Good luck over the weekend. Me and you spoiled that, man. Much love, brother, man. Good luck. I hope everything turns out all right. Man's thinking of you, man. I want to say that now, because this is my boy right here, man, TT. Big up, man. I hope you're all right, man. Good luck over the weekend. If you know, you know. If he's told you, if not, just wish the brother luck, man. Serious guy, man. Big up, TT. I hope you're all right. But I think JPT mentioned this a minute ago. I am scared of these guys set piece wise, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Jordan. No, I'm serious, Jordan.
Oh, for real.
I'm so, bro. We had Enzo Fernandez marking Haaland, bro. We had Enzo Fernandez of all people marking Haaland.
Yeah,
Be
that is
confident,
right.
mate. Maresca's changed everything. You have to be confident.
Bro, I have I have less confidence in us defending set pieces than fucking Ten Hag using a hair comb, bro. It's not gonna happen.
What you there, man? Not talking about
What?
United, about Chelsea, man.
No, I'm
Relax,
talking about
man.
confidence. We can't be going confident. You see the mistakes we made?
Oh, you have to be
I
know-
confident, mate.
You're
You
like
got
Nick
Maresca,
Cannon,
mate.
bro. We've been making mistakes
Anyway,
left and right.
You got Maresca. Apparently,
I
he's
don't,
changed
I don't,
everything at the
I don't,
clubs.
I don't think what Nick Cannon does is a mistake at this point. I think he purposely does that. But aside
Thanks,
from that,
Briggs.
Well, hang on.
I,
Going back to my point
I
about
don't,
set pieces,
how,
they're
how,
gonna murder us height wise. You know that.
I
Like they
don't,
got
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't
Nunez, all
think
them man.
the set pieces is not like my biggest worry. My biggest worry is,
But they can hurt us though.
yeah, I know, but my biggest worry for playing Liverpool is that if we're sloppy playing the ball out of the back and they are causing chaos from Nunez, that's my biggest worry. It's not the set pieces. My biggest worry is the chaos they'll cause our backline and Sanchez. If we're trying to play it out instead of just hoofing the ball on certain occasions, that's where they can find joy and score. It's not just set pieces because, like, you know, they'll be able to score more from open play than they probably will from set pieces. Realistic.
That's true, but it can lead to one can lead to the other. Like, they can put pressure on us like at goal, and then we make a bad pass out to then cause a careless free kick.
which is why I want to cut out the sloppy play. Cut out the sloppy play, then we won't give set pieces. But yeah, like it's gonna have to be a game where everyone has to be on their A game. Like it's Anfield, like it's very difficult to go out there and win, and we haven't won there in a very very long time. Even our best performances there recently, we've still not been able to win. So if we can get, I'll accept the point, I guess. But if we can go there and perform brilliantly and win, that's a massive statement for Maresca, for this Chelsea squad, for these players. Yeah.
TT, big up. You just joined us. What's your feeling on this Liverpool? Because I see you're starting 11 earlier. Obviously go check out TT's channel if you want his full in-depth view. But just give me a quick feeling of what you feel about this game, bro. How are you seeing this challenge that we've got at Anfield this weekend? If you're there. He's there. The mic's on. You there, TT?
Yes, I am here.
Big up, brother.
Yes. Big up to everybody except for Jordan.
Come on.
No, none of that here.
He said Ross Clyde.
Yeah, I'm just joking. But yeah,
Who's Jordan again?
yeah, this match is gonna be one that will obviously be entertaining. I'm hoping it will be entertaining from the point of view that it's a game where it's not a case where, well, from a Chelsea perspective, it's not going to be where we're making a lot of mistakes. The game against Forest is a game that we have to be aware that is a wake up call. The fact that you cannot make simple mistakes and not expect to be punished. And Liverpool are a team that right now they're trying to, be in that among that picture again of knocking Man City off their high horse. So I think in terms of how they've started so far this season, in terms of Premier League and in other competitions, they have a lot to prove. They have a lot that they need to do. So I think the game will obviously be intense in that sense. The way that Liverpool are playing now, it's not the same as how they used to play on the club. It's completely different. Sometimes they do have a high line. Sometimes they do try to ensure that they're not too high. They don't give too much space. So in a game like this, you're gonna have to have a strategy that will, draw them out, try to get behind them. And well, you said you saw what my lineup would be. I just went off based on what I think Maresca may do. If it's a case where the match is going to be a case where Liverpool are going to be sitting deep, then obviously Jackson may have a hard time in the match. But as I said, if you're able to drag them out, try to get their players to move out of position and ensure that you can get beyond them, then Jackson may not have an issue. But my biggest concern is the fact that we're gonna have to deputize Renato Vega, I believe, as a left back, and I'm not really sure how much he can handle that task. I mean, I get it. He's had a good start in terms of when he's been asked to play, but he's still very young, and he's still gonna be prone to making mistakes. So that is one of my biggest concerns. But I think it's a match that we can give Liverpool a run for their money. It's a case of ironing out the mistakes and finding plan Bs if the plan of getting beyond them isn't possible if they're playing deep. So it's a game where we can do well. It's just about um, ensuring that we iron out those issues.
You know what, I have to say, big up to your analogy there, TT, because that's one thing I've noticed about it. They are tactically a lot more flexible than what they would have been under Klopp. Would you not say that's fair, Jordan? Yeah, you adjust the way you're playing a lot more now compared to how you would under Klopp. How would you say as a Liverpool fan, what would you say you've noticed has changed from Klopp football to Arnie football? I'm
Well,
curious.
since the season start, we normally, when Klopp was coaching us, we used to normally use 4-3-3 formation, and it's surprising that when Stark comes in now, its formation just changed. We have only one player playing up front as a lone striker. So he just rotate one player and put one other one up there. So it's looking like honest that comes to really do business with us to try to win the league. But I'm not really sure if we're going to win. But we're not going to win. But I'm surprised to see that we have only one player up front. Shota normally play and he normally play probably until 90 minutes. But yeah, I'm surprised to see the formation. It surprised me a lot, but I'm happy with the lineup from slot.
Fair enough. Horace, trying to get you involved in the conversation
Yeah,
somehow,
no,
but now it's time. Give me your take on the game as a neutral. Tell me how you see this going, because obviously it's not Man United on either side. So give me your take.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a good game. For some reason, I can see a 2-2 draw here. But, my mind's telling me a 2-2 draw, but the referee is not what you guys would like, but just have to stick with it. But yeah, listen, if you don't give away too many fouls, then I can see Chelsea get a result. But if you keep fouling and more free kicks for Liverpool, then yeah, probably Liverpool win. But I don't know. I think Chelsea will get a draw here. I think it'll be 2-2. I think Maresca will set you guys up nicely, but you guys are not the old team now. You won't sit back. I think Chelsea will actually go for it now. It'll be interesting to see what happens, but Cole Palmer, if he's on it, it'll be a good game. And then Nicholas Jackson, let's see if he does so. He has to take the chance as well. When he has a chance, he has to bury them. But let's see. I think this could be a good one. Some of these definitely get a sun off in this match. So I can already see. But yeah, Chelsea draw. I think you guys would take a draw, right? So yeah, 2-2 draw.
It wouldn't be a bad result considering the amount of defenders we've actually still got out. Yes, I agree that a draw wouldn't be a bad result.
Wouldn't be bad, but we're dropping in the table because Villa is going to be playing, I think, Fulham, which I'm not saying Fulham's going to be an easy, cakewalk, but if not that, then Brighton versus Newcastle, which there might be a win. Hopefully that's a draw as well. but it's at Brighton, and we've seen what they can do against Spurs
and United. But yeah, for me, Chelsea, right? I know your midfield is going to be Enzo and Cancelo, but for me, it's about how you guys set up, right? If how Maresca will set up. Personally, for me, I think he will set up you guys nicely. You guys won't sit back. Let's be honest. You will not sit back. You're not Pochettino or wherever you guys had before. But now,
America's problem now.
Yeah, Pochettino, mate, Pochettino. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this game as a neutral. I'm looking forward, but I'm a Chelsea fan on that game. I'm a Chelsea fan.
Oh, shut the fuck up!
Hey, Up the Chelsea, mate. Up the Chelsea. Yeah?
I mean, I think he
Chelsea.
hates Liverpool more than he
Of course,
hates
mate. Of
Chelsea.
course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I will be real with this. I hate Man United more than I hate Liverpool. I'll say that here.
I hate Man United more than I
Hang on a
hate
minute,
Arsenal. I'm not gonna lie.
I've never lost the Champions League final to Liverpool. I have to United. Fuck United.
That only slot machine needs to be broken. So it needs to be broken this weekend. So.
Vegas settings. Let's go.
Well, hang on. Okay, with the defensive weaknesses that we got, and I want Oris to be honest, right, with this. Do you think they're going to tear us open?
Liverpool will have chances, yes. They will definitely have chances.
Because I'm not being funny, I'm just thinking, on a good day, we'll give away maybe 2 or 3 chances. On a bad day, we can give away 10. And if you don't believe me, have a look at the games. Because I've never even.
No, Sanchez has saved us for a couple of results.
Sanchez needs to be on it, mate.
Forest, that's a great example. Forest, without Sanchez, we lose that game by 3 goals. It's okay, don't get me wrong. You could argue that the only best 2 chances we had against Forest, other than I think the pen we scored, was Palmer's ones, and he blasted straight at the goalkeeper both times. So, you know what I mean, because finishing is definitely not our strong point. So this is the thing. Even if we create chances, it's not guaranteed that we take them. So I think I agree with Oris on that one as well. Playing on the counter would be something, or sitting back and playing on the counter, that'd be too risky for me because it's just
too risky.
We're gonna make mistakes. This isn't Chelsea of 5 years ago where we could keep a clean sheet and lock you out completely. You know what I mean? This nah. So yeah, we got to roll with what we got, and I do think if we attack Liverpool, like Forest did, and get you guys on the ropes a bit, maybe get the crowd a bit nervous. Try our luck a bit.
Mate, don't worry. Anfield, the atmosphere is nothing, so you don't have to worry about that atmosphere. All they have is Bluetooth speakers everywhere, so it's fine, mate. They're Bluetooth speakers.
You'll never walk alone.
Mate, get ready for the Bluetooth speaker to be working before kickoff. At
least they don't have piss on their fans, bro.
Listen, that piss is fixed now. That piss is fixed. So yeah.
Is it?
For me, it's just the accent. Are you serious, man? Are you serious?
Are you serious?
It's not. That's not even a dig to the club. That's just a dig to the. I don't want to say the community, but the area. But we got a lot of people joining in. So big up to everyone in the chat as well.
Yeah, man, big up all the new faces, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Big up.
But yeah, is there anything else to talk about for this Liverpool game? I know we still got
Anthony Taylor. Do you guys want to talk about Anthony Taylor?
Is he supposedly because that happened versus who was it, the Forest game or the Brighton game?
If it's Anthony Taylor, Liverpool will get a penalty and we'll get a good shout turned down.
We will get a red card.
Yeah,
something will happen.
It is confirmed. He is refereeing the game soon.
But I will say this: Haaland's not playing, so we're not going to get bent over and greased up completely, just only marginally. You know what I mean? Oh dear. But yeah, before we're because obviously we're going to talk about the Tuchel thing a little bit because I think this is not only is it hypocritical, it's actually quite funny. Stop grinning, Jordan, says TT.
You leave my yard man alone, bro.
He said, "Put your teeth away, boy."
Super Tommy, too cool. Come on.
But anyway, but Jordan, give me your score prediction, bro, and I'll go around the Chelsea boys, and then I'll ask Boris, and we'll round that conversation off. Can you give me a score prediction, guy?
Score prediction: 2-0 Liverpool.
I knew I shouldn't have asked him.
Yeah.
No, big up 2-0 to Liverpool. All right, okay. JPT, give me your feelings, brother. What's your score prediction for this one?
I think it might be a low-scoring game, I could be completely wrong. I'm not successful when it comes to gambling, but I'm gonna just say a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. All right, fair enough. It's John Brooks, referee, Mike Oliver, VAR. There you go. Daz has just broke you the facts. Big up, Daz. All right, that's who he says is man. I'll believe him. So, big up, Daz. Thank you for that. Arsenal is a threat to us, just like Nick is a threat to Arsenal. Oh, dear. All right, fair enough. Prime, you there, my brother? Prime, you with us?
Prime?
We Biggie Smalls. No.
Yeah.
Notorious. Big up, brother. Give us a score prediction.
I don't know. I don't really have one. I think
Make one up.
What is the
I
heart of the
don't. I
party
don't know.
today?
I think.
Under
Realistically, it'll be a
pressure.
draw. I
Okay.
think 1-1. I hope we nick it, but I think 1-1.
All right.
1-1. All
Hey.
right, another one of the Chelsea boys going for a draw. I think okay, I have to go with them. Maybe an optimistic 1-1 or 2-2, because I know we're going to concede.
We're gonna concede.
So it's just whether we can get at Liverpool consistently or not is the question for me. TT, my brother, what are you feeling here? What do you think the scoreline will be?
Well, unlike JPT, I don't gamble, so I don't have to have luck. And unlike Jordan, I'm not going with 2-0 Liverpool. I'm going with 2-1 Chelsea because for the past barring the Man City game, we've not scored a goal. So I'm gonna go with that optimism still. So
Yeah, we are
I
scoring
think we'll
goals.
be able to get a goal. I think we'll nick it. I heard Prem say that he's hoping we can, and JPT is going with 1-1. But I'm saying 2-1. I think we'll be able to get that one goal over them. It's possible. It's possible. It just depends on which Chelsea turns up.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oris, as the neutral here, bro. How do you see this one spinning out? Tell me. Give me your thoughts
Yeah,
on this.
I can see a 2-2 draw here. Yeah, I could see. To be honest, I could see Chelsea scoring first, and then Liverpool getting 1-1, and then two. And I think Liverpool make it 2-1, and then Chelsea 2-2. So yeah, it's gonna be end-to-end game, nice end-to-end, and well, I hope anyways. But yeah, 2-2 draw for me.
Big
Yeah,
up,
a lot of
Leroy, the
draws.
Fight Week Show. How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing good and well. Catch out if you haven't checked it out. Pick up the Dust Up Shakedown.
Yeah,
They had
yeah.
that last night. Please give them a sub and a like because these boys back me up just like I back them up. Big up to you, Leroy. I hope you're doing good.
Pause.
Quality content.
I know I ain't gonna say pause for nothing. These guys are G's, man. And whenever I've asked them for anything, they've always been there for me. So big up to the Fight Week Show. Big up my brother. Allah.
There for you. I'm drinking too much.
Yeah,
Man.
big up on that.
Yeah, it's like anything for you. Oliver Twist, mate. No Diddy settings. Anyway, I just had to make that shirt. Anyway, just to flip this now, and I'm gonna because this is something that JPT was feeling really passionate about earlier. Now, everyone who lives in England knows that you don't listen to talk shit because they do actually talk shit. And I'm not being funny. Now, JPT, right? You were the one that mentioned the two cool things to me earlier. So I'll let you open on this. Like, by what you saw and you heard, what knocked you, bro? Because you were pretty pissed off. Well, not pissed off, but you were agitated and confused. So do explain.
So I used Talksport because that was the last thing I saw. But other than what Phil Neville was talking shit about.
And what did Phil Neville say?
Gary Neville, you mean?
No, Gary no. But Phil Neville is also too, just like because anyone was saying Phil Neville, he's in Portland Timbers. We know his level, just so, and we saw how he did in Valencia. So just
I absolutely hate them. Yeah.
That's a United fan, folks.
No, it's true. I mean, look, the old
It's Man
song.
United.
What was to say? If the Nevils can play for England, so can I. So yeah. So if the Nevils are trying to manage England, so can I. Because these guys are clueless. I know Prime bigs up. I think one of them, but I think Michael Carrick might have a better shot if they want to give a former United player a shot at being manager. But what I don't get is that. Is the hypocrisy, and that's what got me because they said it's more so that it's a foreigner managing England, and my thing is that no, just be honest. Just say because he's German. Just that's all. And if however they feel about German, and this, I'm an outsider in this perspective, so I would say because I might not grasp the concept of how deep the German English rivalry or hate goes to. I can't speak on that part, but my thing is that if the hypocrisy or the of this is like, oh, it's a foreigner managing it, but then the first thing they say is, oh, we should have gone Pep Guardiola. When the fuck did Spain become part of the UK?
We got
It's because
Gibraltar.
Pep is the best manager, arguably. in the
Fine.
world,
The thing is,
arguably all
right?
time.
But then
So
the complaint
it
about
makes,
the it's a
it makes
foreigner
sense.
that goes out the window.
The thing is, if
Yeah,
Klopp,
but hold on, bro. Yeah, but because it's Pep, so like you can make exemptions for Pep. You know.
And that's fine, and that's fine. But the thing is that he's not available. And two,
Yeah.
wouldn't that look suspicious after what the 115 charges that him and City are facing?
Oh, we've had Sam
How
Allardyce,
how
bro.
is
That
that
wouldn't
how
look
is that
unusual.
how is that gonna look
and
like? Oh, the man that
well,
they're
that's
trying to
usual.
find, they're trying to like, bury
I
him in
know,
his club.
Pep, I know. Pep was never gonna go there anyway. But like,
Oh yeah,
my actually let Oris go because he's been trying to speak before. I
Go on,
No,
Oris.
or are you?
I
Yeah.
was just saying, if Jurgen Klopp joined England, media wouldn't be talking about this. So the media would be saying, "Oh, why is Klopp taking this?" But because it's too cool, right? The media
Yes,
wants to talk
Pappy.
about it.
but and that's the thing too. But Klopp just took another job. What was it? Director of global football.
Salzburg,
Yeah,
The
no,
Red
for all Red
yeah,
Bulls.
or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
Red Bull model.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's
So
pissed on
Yeah,
all the Dortmund fans in the process because
and,
they actually went
yeah.
up in arms
I,
about that last week. Did anyone hear what the Dortmund fans? They were burning
Yeah, mate.
Klopp
yeah, that's
shirts
They
and
were
because
everything.
protest, mate. They were protest.
that's because like a lot of German fans they don't like Red Bull as a model for what they're doing in
it's a
Germany, but that's
it's
a
a
different
fucking
thing.
commercial.
I think like people would be up in arms for Klopp as well. My thing is,
Hmm.
it was only a few weeks ago people were talking about Tuchel fell at Bayern. The way people spoke about Tuchel when he was at Chelsea, that the guy's a terrorist, he fluked the Champions League, he's not that good of a coach, but now he's apparently the best around and he's elite. I rate Tuchel highly. I think he's the best tactician in world football.
You Rossi. Yeah, I do
And
actually agree. He's a
but
great tactic, and it's what England
when
need.
yeah, but ultimately it's not going to make a difference for me. We saw Tuchel at Chelsea. How many finals did he get us to? And how many finals
5
did
or
we
6.
lose because the players couldn't perform? The same is going to happen with England. If he'll get them to another final. But like, what? Who's to say that Kane, who's not won a trophy or turned up in a big moment in his career, is actually going to perform? We've seen Saka in key moments for England and Arsenal fail to perform. Foden is horrible for England. Bellingham is not the player everyone makes him out to be.
He really isn't.
Declan Rice on a big, and every time Declan Rice plays on a big stage, he gets tactically outclassed in midfield. I rate Pickford, but
That's
and
true,
he
actually.
is.
Yeah.
I rate Pickford, and he is England's best goalkeeper. But on big stages, at times he can get found out. Like people have to remember. But I think with Tuchel now, people have to now come to the realization of if they still don't win with this elite manager, with this amazing cup manager, the problem's not your managers now. The problem, because I truly believe the problem wasn't just Southgate. The major problem was the players not being good enough. Everyone wanted to blame Southgate. You now have an amazing cup manager. If you still don't win with Tuchel, are you going to blame him and say he's a German? He sabotaged England? No, that's not fair.
But
You
they
have to
are.
blame your players now.
Yeah, they are.
I know
Yeah.
that's what they're going to do, but
That
people have to look at these players. I don't trust a lot of these England players. I don't think one, I don't believe they're as good as what people say that they are, and two, England are not a big nation. They're not better than a France. Not
not
better
on an
than
international
Argentina.
scale. No, that's
They're
true.
not. They're not better than Argentina. They're
One
not
cup,
better
one
than
trophy.
not better than like a Spain or an
France,
Italy or
Italy,
these guys. They're not better
Germany,
than these guys.
Brazil,
I don't.
Argentina.
I trust.
Brazil
I
looks good.
trust as much as I trust Italy if they get to a semi-final or final. I trust France. I trust Argentina. I trust Germany. I trust these nations. I don't trust England. Regardless of who's in charge, Pep Guardiola can be manager. I don't trust England because I don't trust their players to perform. And then when they fail, they'll blame Tuchel and say he's just a German, that he sabotaged the country. Is that what that's what they're going to do? They're just going to blame him. They're not going to blame Kane for not turning up in the final again. They're not going to blame Declan Rice for losing another midfield battle on the national stage. They're not going to blame these guys. They're not going to blame their best players. They're going to blame the manager again. And it's annoying for me because I actually rate Tuchel. I actually love Tuchel as a manager, and they're
I
going
do
to
as well.
destroy. They're going to destroy him. They're
And we
going to
always
destroy
try.
him. And I
And
look
let's
at
try.
Tuchel. I look at Tuchel. I look at Tuchel. I think it's suspect as well. Why are you going for the England? Why are you accepting the England job? I understand if you don't want to go to Man United, but your other option is not England. There are other jobs available, or there are other jobs that will be available come the end of the season that you could go for. why are you going for the England job? It doesn't make. Maybe he believes he can win them a trophy, but if they lose again, because Southgate was getting England to semi-finals and finals. If you cannot match, not even match, if you cannot get them over the line, all England fans will say is, well, Southgate, national manager, he had pride for the country, was getting us to big stages, the best run for England since 1966 when they last won a trophy. You bring in a German who doesn't. He's a German. He's our rivals. You bring him in, and then he sabotages us. He sabotages this quote golden generation. That's what the narrative will be when they don't win. And I know they won't win because I don't trust the players. This is not a Tuchel problem. I trust Tuchel. When he was at Chelsea, I trusted Tuchel in every big game we played. I trusted him in every big game. But you know what would happen? We'd play in a Carabao Cup final and Mason Mount would miss a chance, or Werner would be offside, or Havertz would make the wrong pass, or Pulisic. That's what would happen. It would be Tuchel's fault. And then the rivals would twist it and say Chelsea got outclassed, or Chelsea aren't good enough, or Tuchel is ruining our forwards, or Tuchel plays terrorism football. No, it's not Tuchel. It's the players. People have to accept that. At Bayern Munich, same thing. A midfield of Goretzka and Kimmich when Tuchel wanted a defensive midfielder. That's why they didn't win the league. Bayern had a brilliant season points-wise, but it wasn't good enough because Leverkusen had a crazy season. They went unbeaten. The points Bayern amassed, last season under Tuchel would have won the league the previous season. So Tuchel points-wise didn't fail. It was just they were up against a crazy Leverkusen side. It's unprecedented. It happens. It is what it is. But people just now have to accept players underperforming for Tuchel as opposed to Tuchel failing players. People have to accept that. But they won't. Tuchel will get blamed. He'll get called a terrorist. He'll be deported from the country. And then England will waste another quote-unquote golden generation and we'll start this bullshit again in 2-4 years. But
the pressure's on for Tuchel to win it. Yeah, the pressure's on for him.
Well, can I just say one thing, right? In terms of going on to the expectation of Tuchel, well, I'm going to cover this in two areas, right? The appointment and what now JPT, the media reaction. Now, on the media reaction side of things, I have to point out that when a certain Sven-Göran Eriksson defeated Germany 5-1 in the first few games of his tenure, no one was saying foreign this, foreign that for shit. I remember euphoria all over the country because we demolished the great enemy. And it was just like, yeah, man, it was almost like winning a trophy in itself. So, and none of that crap was there, right? And the narrative that the manager of England has to be English is kind of self-defeated anyway. And the reason why I say that is because if you look at all the top clubs in England, right, and regardless of what order, now you could say Man United won or Liverpool won, depending on your point of view in terms of history and success. One is now managed by a Dutchman, or they're both managed by a Dutchman, in fact. So, right, you haven't got an English manager there. Then you look at the London clubs, or like Man City. There's at least two Spaniards in terms of Arteta and Pep Guardiola. And you think of us, we've got an Argentinian. What actual top club in England, and let's be honest, Newcastle aren't the top club. They're trying to become.
Italian. And Slot is Dutch.
Is Dutch, sorry. But name a top club in England that wins trophies that is managed by an Englishman?
There isn't one. But my thing is this, right? The whole thing about St. George's Park was not just developing quality, technically secured English players. It was about developing English managers. But you know what's happened since then? You guys have fast-tracked Frank Lampard, who is not good. Steven Gerrard, who is, I don't care that he won the title with Rangers. He is not good. Lampard would have won that title. Rooney, who is also not good. But you know the actual good managers you have. Graham Potter, who I know he fell at Chelsea, but Potter had to leave England to actually be coached properly. Potter is a very good coach. You have, what's his name? Kieran McKenna, who is a very good coach. You have, hot take, Michael Carrick. I personally believe, hot take, that Michael Carrick is on par with the likes of like Fabregas, Alonso, Arteta, Maresca tactically. I believe he is in the class of like golden these next up and coming world class managers. I truly believe
I
he
would
is
agree.
that good.
Yeah.
But you don't give these quality English guys the job. When Redknapp was doing well at Portsmouth, won them a trophy. When he did well at Spurs, and up until that point with Spurs, I think they were like they finished in the Champions League spot. You know, he was the best performing England manager. He didn't get the England job at that time. When you look at Sam Allardyce, when he was doing well with Bolton all those years ago, he didn't get the England job either. England have a thing of they give the wrong guy the job. I don't. If you want to stick with this, we have to build an English manager. I don't think that's a bad thing, by the way. I understand people who want to have the national pride and have a quality English manager leading them, but give it to the right guy. When they were looking at get rid of Southgate like 2 years ago, and Lampard and Gerrard were being linked to the job, you know how embarrassing that is. Give it to Carrick. I believe he's good enough. Give it to McKenna. Give it to Potter. Give it to Eddie Howe. At least trust one of the better English managers. Yes, those guys I've mentioned, they're not a Tuchel yet, but give it to at least the better guys that you have. Don't just say, okay, give it to Lampard. No, that's stupid. Give it to the better options.
Right.
Give it to someone.
Even Gary O'Neill, even though he's with the shit with Wolf side, is only 1 point. But the thing is that, and I'll let Wolf go. But it's also this is where England need to look, or even in the FA need to look at themselves. Like why? The question shouldn't be why is it that they didn't assign an English manager, but is that why is there no qualified English manager? It's because it's too expensive. I was surprised that was it the for the coaching badge to get the top level. It's like over 3,000. And like, who can afford that unless you're a former player?
And you know who affords that? Yeah, because these former players, they get the coaching badges done through their clubs who pay for it.
Yeah,
look at Jack Wilshere. Jack Wilshere, he's now got the Norwich City job. Like, why? Why does he have what? Why do these ex-players have the jobs? That's not how it should work. When you look at abroad, and I said this like 2018 when Lampard, or 2017 when he was doing his coaching badges, I was like, Lampard, go to Germany, go Spain, go learn. Don't stay in England because you're not going to learn anything. And lo and behold, he has no real like coaching philosophy. Gerrard has no philosophy. Rooney has no philosophy because they've not been coached or taught properly.
Yeah, of
course. When you learn in Germany, when you learn in Spain, when you learn in Italy, whatever, you get taught a philosophy. Potter, he has a philosophy. He has a style. Eddie Howe, after he got sacked by Bournemouth, you know what he did? He went to Spain and he studied under Diego Simeone for a few years. He comes back to Newcastle and he has a proper philosophy and a style.
Took a whole
give it to these guys. Give it to one of them. Give it to the better. At least if you give it to the best English manager available, you have something. And you know what else they could have done? If they wanted a true elite world-class coach, you know what they could have done? Emma Hayes just left Chelsea. She went to the US Women's. Why didn't she get the men's job? Because she is true. She's the only world-class coach that I know that's English, whether men or women.
That's actually a good point. That's actually a very good point.
Why would Emma Hayes, who's English, why would she leave
her, but that's
country?
A good point.
Why would she leave this country to go to America when she could have like stayed in England, stayed around family, nurturing and growing, raising her kids, and managing the country that she loves? So why couldn't she have done that?
Don't forget. Remember, she already took the USA job before the end of last season.
No, I know, but
so
but
the timing. I hear what you're saying because if Gareth won, they'd be begging for him to stay, right?
No, it's not. No, it's not because Wolfie. They've been trying to get a replacement for Southgate for like 2 years now. They've been trying for a long time. So why didn't you go and get Emma Hayes? Emma Hayes is the best English manager, men or women, that's available. She's the best.
I don't like her.
Why not get her? Like, but that's my point though. Like, if you at least have someone who's available, but you don't. If you don't want her because she's a woman, that's fine. Well, it's not fine, but cool. Take that aside. Then give it to the best English man available. Then give it to a Potter. Give it to Eddie Howe.
Good point,
or trust one of the young guys. Give it to Carrick, because that's what. Look at Spain. The guy who won the Euros with them, Fuentes. He was coaching a lot of these young players in the English in the Spanish under-21 setup. She was coaching the likes. He was coaching the likes of Yamal and Nico Williams, etc., etc. So when they brought them to the first team, he also came to the first team, and it was easier to mesh it, and it was easier to win. Like, eventually, you're going to have to trust someone of quality, or else you continue to be a failed nation.
True. And on the Emma Hayes thing,
Potts not ready for me.
Hang on one second. Another reason why I think it's good that I think the English FA were glad to say goodbye to Emma Hayes is because before she left, she brought the game into disrepute with her man-hating comments. So when she goes around calling, well, don't forget there was that big controversy, wasn't there, at the Arsenal game with the ball changing system, innit? And about
I think it was just for the Arsenal manager. I don't know if she genuinely believes that, but
I don't know. You can't call someone aggressive, then shove him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just like, that was so stupid. No, but it's what she said afterwards.
Yeah, but I think it was just one of those. It's Chelsea v Arsenal. Like, it just it's not that deep. Like, I don't think it's just like a rivalry thing. It's not.
Well,
it's not.
Yeah,
anything
I hope not, because if she would have meant that and said that in the same room as me, I would have slapped her in the fucking face.
Bad the thoughts of keeping it real, Chelsea did not reflect with Wolfgang division.
No. Yeah, exactly. He's used it very different to mine, and I'll call it as it is. She was man-hating at the time, whether it was because of professional reasons or for she thought she was being picked on, whatever the endeavor. You do not blame the whole of and blame it as a male attribute. Get the fuck out of here.
I miss Eva. Let's let our guests get a word in.
Well, I'm not being funny. Well, this is what I was going to say, actually. Who here actually believes Tuchel will do a job? Let's flip this, because I actually think he'll do a good job. Because he's made it that he's a good tactician. He knows how to do
It
depends on what you mean by a good job. Like, I believe Tuchel can get them to a final, but
we'll get them to a World Cup final.
They won't win. They won't win.
Well, if it goes to penalties, we won't win.
That time will tell on that one, but it couldn't be any less worse than an appointment. Someone say like Sam Allardyce, for example, who was English and then sold the country out. So all this nonsense of notion about it has to be an Englishman. Why does it have to be an English manager? You've even shown in recent times the Englishman. Gareth Southgate got the job by default, right?
It's because the other are shit. All the realistic candidates. I don't want to hear no. We could have gone Pep. We could have gone Klopp. I heard even one from talk shit was we should have gone for the Zerbi. So again, foreign managers.
Yeah, well, yeah. JPT, to explain the Talk Sport conversation that you heard, right? And because you sent me a text message. Even if you if you quote the text message, because you said was it about? Was it Klopp, Pep, and the Zerbi, right?
Yeah.
On Talk shit.
I mean, it's just because, like I said, I'm not saying Talk Sport is like the word of gospel or something, but it's just the drunks calling in. Shout out to Johnny Minerals because that's how he got his start on.
Sorry,
but
that's not true. I disagree with you, JPT. It's not Johnny.
That's where he got his voice out there, and then he decided to make up his own channel. But I mean, he has his right to his own opinion. My thing is, before we let our guests get their words in, because they've been listening to us ramble. My thing is that I don't care, and yes, I get it where it should be the people from that said country to represent and to carry that national team to glory. But it's not set in stone like that. The manager itself has to be. So if it takes a German to take and look, whether or not Prime would agree with this, there is talent, there is quality in that England squad to take them over the line. And it doesn't matter. They want to say it's an asterisk. It's not a real win. It doesn't matter. Last time I checked, if England were to win it, that star is going to be stitched over their badge, and it's not going to be like, oh, by the way, in 100 years from now, like that was because of a German. It doesn't matter. In 100 years, do you think they're going to give a crap about it? They're going to be like, no, there's a second star that's going to be ingrained forever until third one gets added on.
That's the thing. It won't matter unless he actually wins.
I know, and I get it, but this is what I'm saying is that now you got a good portion of England that's going to be indirectly hoping that the English team fail because, in spite of having a German manager. So it's like, what do you plan on getting if by cheering on for your nation to lose and to fail because it's a German at the wheel? Why? It's not gonna be like that second star on over your badge is gonna be in orange, yellow, and black, like, over it. It's just gonna be a second star over it. But that's why I'm just like, I'm tired of hearing of this. I'm just like, I don't get it. But can we please let our guests get a word in, because they've been hearing us ramble for the past, like, what, 20, 30 minutes?
Yes, please.
There you go. All right, let's go
Yes,
with
please. Yes, please.
let's go with
Yes,
TT.
please.
And we'll go with Oris, and we'll go with Jordan, and we can
Thank you.
obviously, yeah, because I know y'all been listening to us, and I'm too
Thank
drunk
you.
to even keep up.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Pull of the Elvis. Yes, I want to sing my song. It will sum up my thoughts on this appointment.
Thank you, TT. No, go on, TT, bro. TT.
Oh gosh, you almost made my heart feel a while ago. Oh my goodness. Anyways, anyways, um, God save. No, that's the wrong word. You see,
God save our gracious
no,
Pakshana.
no.
Family
It's
from?
God help TT, please. He needs you, please. God help TT.
I like the song, but you need to work on the lyrics, bro.
Making victorious. Let him put the ball in the goal in finals to come. Lord,
Come on.
may
Jordan,
his
I know he's a fellow Jamaican, bro. What's happened to this brother's rhythm?
Sean, not Paul.
This is what Steve McLaren has done to him. Steve
Wait, bro.
McLaren.
Wait. I don't
Is Steve Cooper available?
rhythm pitching. Like, what happened to you from Yard, you know? Like, what's
Oh,
going
good
on
night,
over there?
Stepsy. Thank you for tuning in, my brother.
Oh yeah, big up Stepsy. Like, he just sung tight.
Big up
He just
Stepsy.
I
sung
thought
his
he was gonna go
lullaby,
with
bro.
the Eminem freestyle from 8 Mile.
No,
I am Mike. My grandpa.
I didn't even get to finish the song. But anyways,
I've had enough.
from a all right. From a serious standpoint though, I have to echo the sentiment of what Prime said, because especially the part when he mentioned about his time at Chelsea and what would have let him down in a lot of those finals. Obviously, it's for any Chelsea fan would be aware of the fact that we could have won up to 5 trophies with Tuchel, if not all. But he was let down by the players. He mentioned Mason Mount and all of that, and that is my biggest concern with England, because and as he mentioned with Southgate was able to get them to finals of the Euros or get them far in the World Cup and all of that, and then when it mattered, they simply could not get over the line. So it's going to continuously be that. And then, speaking about the fact of what the media is saying, the English media is saying, or what some aspects of the English media is saying, it doesn't make it better, because he's saying that he hopes to win the World Cup and all of that, and that's expectation of any English fan who are against the appointment because he's foreign, which is so strange to me. But I'm not fond of the appointment from that standpoint, because I know that it's not just the manager that's the issue. It's been I don't know, it's more than a generational issue. I mean, you have to actually look at and actually deep it as to why the greatest of greatest English players weren't able to deliver when it mattered, and now even the greatest upcoming players, or the supposed great upcoming players, as Prime mentioned, Bellingham and all those players who get hyped up, why they cannot deliver when it matters, and they are supposed to be so good. So I don't think it's just the manager, and Tuchel may get them to get far in the competition when that time comes. But in terms of getting over the line, I don't know. Maybe he's gonna have to find a way to be on the pitch and do it for himself, because I generally think that some of those players are gonna. What the heck did JPT do? I look away for a couple seconds, and then I look back and I see JPT is is putting his English roots out.
I thought he was wearing a tank top.
I am because it's too hot with this jacket.
He-
I don't have a
Hey,
shirt.
Alright, go
Go
on,
ahead.
Laura, say your piece, because I know you got to bounce. Sorry, Alright,
Yeah, I mean,
Subscribe to Or Sucks Football, by the way.
yeah, definitely subscribe. If you want to see more rants, yeah.
Big up Unks in the chat as well. Big up Anfield Rods. Big up Unks in the chat.
Big up, man. Big up, runs. But I can't lie, mate. I'm kind of excited. I think he's the best one in the candidate, really. If you look at the names, options available, I think he's the best one. I know Prime was talking about Carrick and McKenna, but I don't think they're ready just yet. They are good managers, but they're not ready to this team far yet. But Thomas Tuchel, very good knockout manager. I can't lie. I think he needs to. The thing is, right? I watched the interview. He knows his expectations to win it. To win the World Cup. Like, he's got an 18-month contract. I think the FA are smart here, right? Giving him an 18-month contract, right? They know he's not a long-term manager, so he's not going to deal with. He doesn't have to deal with falling out with the boards like he did with Chelsea and other clubs. So it's a different job, mate. International, you're not there every week. So listen, I hope he does well, and I think he will do well. I must say he is a bad man manager, though. Man management, that's not his best.
I can ugly say that Fergie was arguably a bad man manager, but he still won you shitload of trophies, and you wouldn't trade him for nothing.
That is true. But listen, I just don't trust this England squad. Like perhaps I really don't, because I think they'll throw out another manager. But listen, let's see. I am excited though. I really hope he doesn't play Saka left wing back. Like, please, just don't do that.
Right.
I know.
Also, you've got to let Tuchel. If the thing about getting these elite coaches, elite managers that we've seen
do what they want.
with Man United and Spurs, yes, you got to let them be like what they. You got to let them pick their squads. You got to let them do what they
Trust
them
to manage. Don't second guess them all
like
the time.
the way England fans in the media were criticizing every single England squad Southgate picked. You can't do that with Tuchel. If he plays Saka wing back, just shut up and accept it, because you want this guy. If he doesn't pick Trent in the squad for a tournament, don't complain, because this is the guy you want. It's the elite manager. This is the winner that's going to get you over the line. If he plays Gallagher in the midfield or whatever, or does something that's a bit stupid, accept it. Chelsea fans had to accept Jorginho in the midfield, and you know what? I won us a Champions League. So just shut up and accept it. Whatever he does, accept it.
Well, can I just say, you can wasn't all the Chelsea boys here, right? Wasn't sacking Tuchel really the Broly era's first big mistake?
I guess, but
when
Orsan before he has to leave, bro.
Yeah, he spoke.
Oh, is that it?
I asked him. If he wants to say something else.
I thought he was still speaking. I was like,
JPT, you're drunk. Let me handle this.
That's fine. I just thought he was speaking, and then Prime cut in. I was like, oh, he has to go.
Yeah, I know, but I did ask the guy if he wanted to say something.
What Pochettino does to this guy, man. Pochettino, what have you made JPT, man? What have you done to him?
Well, I'd rather drink wine than fucking what is it? What's the thing? The little fucking green drink that they have with the metal straw.
No, I think Thomas Tuchel will do well at England. Smart 18-month contract.
But or what does do well mean? Do well has to mean win it.
Yeah, win it.
I think
at this point now.
I think I
don't think he will. I don't think he will.
I think because of the players or because of him?
It's because of the. I think people vastly, I don't think people truly think about how some of these better England players are just not good enough, really, or they just fail to perform on the big stage, bro. And I'm not just for England, even at club level. Declan Rice, and I rate Declan Rice highly. Whenever I've seen him play on a big stage, I've always seen him get outclassed in midfield. Saka fails to perform on the biggest stages when it matters for Arsenal. I've seen it happen. Kane, I've seen it happen. Foden, whenever he's not playing for Foden, when he doesn't play for Man City in that Pep system, I've seen him get exposed. I've seen it happen. We've all seen it happen. So let's not pretend it's a manager issue.
Oh, you now man. Jesus Christ, bro.
And fine.
Yo, TT don't give a
That was
fuck.
heinous
Just,
He
shit, man.
just
he's on
ignore. It's
demon
fine.
time.
Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Like, and fine. People can say Southgate wasn't good enough. He's a bum. I don't even disagree with that. But if the bum, the terrible manager, the terrible coach, could get England to semi-finals and finals consistently, that means the next guy you bring in, who's supposed to be better, has to go and win it. I don't believe
So
I don't believe Tuchel will, and it's not a Tuchel issue. It's the players. The players didn't show me anything under Southgate that they were performing in these finals, and Southgate was the reason why they didn't get over the line. They didn't show me that. Like the
True.
last World Cup France played in, where they took it to penalties against Argentina. You know why they didn't win that final? Uh, because of
Mbappe.
Deschamps. Deschamps is
Okay.
why they didn't win. France performed in that final, but Deschamps is why they didn't get over the line. England have never done that. England have never had a final anywhere close to that.
I hear you.
But performance wise. So we'll see. And listen, could I get proven wrong? I mean, I actually don't think I will. I'll be so real. I've been watching England I've been watching England for as long as I've been watching Chelsea. Like, so it's not a bias
Big up
thing. I've
Morris.
genuinely been watching England. I know what
I
England are. People have to. People don't want to accept it because England are supposed to be a big nation, but they're not. They're not. It's like Spurs. Spurs are not a big club. People have to accept what Spurs are.
yeah, winners make big nations, and international stage England are
Exactly.
it.
England have
I honestly
vastly
don't know what
Right,
overachieved.
remember, England have the
other
same
than
amount of
money.
World Cups as Greece do European Championships.
Thank you.
One.
England, and we don't view Greece as a big nation because they have a Euros. Why do I view England as a big nation? Because they have a
They
World
have a
Cup.
World Cup.
They won in
You
1966.
can't say
They
because you've got the most expensive and hardest league in the, that doesn't cut it, bro. Sorry.
Not only that, but it's
bro,
like the epicenter
bro,
of
England,
football.
England, England don't have England have
Come on,
less
big up
trophies
TT.
on the
Big up
international stage than the likes of Nigeria, Ghana, Egypt. England don't win on the big stages.
Mm.
People have to accept Southgate vastly overachieved by what this nation is. They're not winners. They don't. England's golden generation with John Terry, Ashley Cole, Rooney, Beckham. The farthest they got to was a quarter final, right?
Mm,
Mm.
That not quarter final against Portugal. Young Ronaldo's Portugal.
I think.
I
Like,
think so.
yeah, that's the farthest that golden generation got to. And Southgate
I think did they
is
get a
getting.
semi-final as well? That's what didn't they get a semi-final?
I think so. And
For
Southgate with
Croatia?
Harry Maguire at the back is getting to finals. Like, let's just and people don't rate Southgate. So the next guy, can he win? I don't think he will. And people will blame Tuchel. People will blame that he's German. People will scapegoat everything, but they won't realize your guys aren't good enough.
Mm. Hey Jordan, what's your feeling on this, bro? You've been
Yeah,
hearing
man.
what everyone else has said, and we've got to ask you, bro, because you've just been chilling there patiently.
Yeah,
And thank
bless
you
you,
for that,
Jordan,
man.
bro.
Big up for that.
Yeah.
Like, what's your feeling on this, man? Because
Big
obviously
up, Crane.
you obviously support an English team, so you know quite a lot about the league. You know what I mean? No, it's true, isn't it? We're all football fans, isn't it? So, what's your feeling on this, man? Because you've obviously, how long have you been a Liverpool fan for?
Um, this could be my sixth. This could be my sixth.
So like 6 years, yeah. So you got a fairly good idea what goes on in English football. Give me your take, man. Do you think it's a good appointment? Do you think it makes sense, or do you think it's like crybabies over here? Or what? Give me your take, my brother.
Well, before I go to that England, um, for him to be an England coach, I saw him did well against Man City for you guys, leading you guys doing the Champions League with Kai Havertz there and Timo Werner. And he won the FIFA World Cup with the guys. But yeah, going to Bayern Munich, I know it wasn't looking not good for him. But yeah, taking up this coaching for England, replacing Gareth Southgate. I heard him saying in his press conference he might help England win the FIFA World Cup 26. I want to see that if he will. But yes, he's a great. Let's see what he will do. In his next when England play their next international break. That's next month. That will be his first game in charge of the England national team. So I want to see what he will do in November with England for the first time. So
Are,
yeah,
are you going to take a more, in terms of your opinion, are you going to take a more cautious view of it? Just let it go game by game and see how it rolls. Yeah. No
yeah.
predictions in the future. Just because I got a feeling that I
The
think that's
Maresca strategy.
personally, I don't think in terms. I agree with what Prime said earlier, and I think both TT and JPT have said it in terms of tactician wise. I think Big Sam was probably the best English manager around in his day. But you know, what I mean, they've never really, and since like Gareth Southgate, he's had the
Big
job
up,
what,
Daz.
7
Thank
years.
you for tuning in.
Big up, Daz, brother. Have a good one, my bro. But yeah, I think what? How long did Southgate have the job? 7 years? 8 years? Can someone remind me if
He took over before the 2018 World Cup.
so we'll say at a scratch 8 years. Is it coming up to 2024? Oh, sorry, 6 years. Excuse me.
6 years.
Six. So we say six. Excuse me. I apologize. 6 years, and he got to a semi-final and a final. So yeah, in terms of on paper, this guy's already, apart from maybe Sir Alf Ramsey, the guy that won the World Cup, he's probably second best English manager. So in terms of where he got to, and I'm not being funny, I've seen better managers than him in Glenn Hoddle, you know, whatever else managing England for like Euro '96. But in terms of what he could achieve, he done what? Would you not say Gareth Southgate probably overperformed, considering no one actually expected this guy to do anything? Was that everyone say that's not a fair point?
Maybe it's just I think it was a team more performing than he did, because if you were to give Southgate the job like at Man United, where it is possible that he could be the replacement still for Manchester, I I just don't see what this guy can bring. I mean, congratulations, you made it to a final in the Euros, in the semifinal for the World Cup, but you didn't have any answers when the big games came around.
Yeah, but nor did these players.
And that's true. And like, this is the thing, like, because I know when discussing about Harry Kane, I think Tuchel does have probably his preferred striker in this team. But if it has the word final in it, I think Kane needs to be on the bench and then just let Ollie Watkins have his minutes. Because this guy, honest to God, I think this guy is a curse.
Yeah, but Ollie Watkins not done anything to show that he can play on the biggest stage.
What about Solanke then?
Solanke's not shown he can play on the biggest stage either.
Yeah, but you can give him a chance.
Neither has Kane. I don't think he has.
No, but bro, I'm proving the point with England. These players are overrated on the big stage.
And I think the overrated is because of them probably getting overpaid, and it's because you're coming from the land of
the most
England,
expensive league. Yeah,
exactly. It's just, and last time I checked, the wages don't what is it, reflect the talent just correctly.
English tax. Like, someone said it earlier in the chat.
English tax. Yeah, if you want to say that, yeah. It's fine. I mean, I've read, even if it's not Ollie Watkins, why not an Ivan Toney?
Yeah, that's another guy that's got shut out since the end of the world.
But Ivan Toney's also not shown.
He never really played though.
He hasn't.
No, but like, I'm not talking about for England. Even at club level, he played for Brentford.
I think if that gamble scandal didn't come out, then he would have been playing for like one of the bigger teams.
Like who? Like who? Man United, who's a failing dynasty.
No. I'm saying like we were looking at him. Arsenal.
Well, we almost bought him. Arsenal almost bought him. So it's possible, and he can still come back. By the way,
that's not a big team. I mean, it's who else? Liverpool would do great with an Ivan Toney, because right now
Ivan Toney's extremely overrated. He's not the guy people think he is. He's extremely overrated. That's why I keep saying these English players that are hyped up, they're not what people make them out to be. When they're playing for England, they're not what they're made out to be. In the system where they're protected by Arteta's system or Pep's system or Ange Postecoglou or Maresca or whatever, they all look great, but like only a few of them are truly the elite of the elite. And even then, like, I believe Kane is the elite, but he's not turned up in any major thing to prove it, right?
He's a high-profile name that don't make him elite to me.
And that's a lot of what these English guys are, bro. High-profile names.
I know.
Oh yeah.
I know. I've seen it over the years, man. I've seen it over the years.
Yeah.
Now, JK wants to join us quickly and say something, so I'm just gonna wait to hear from him because snap it. I don't know, right? Because he's just messaged me said, "Send me the link. I want to quickly come and say something." So fair enough. Does anyone have anything to add or discuss? Right, while we wait for him, is Jordan? You got anything to say, bro? You got anything you want to share?
For me, man, well, it's I'm looking forward to see what we will do on Sunday. So, well, Allison is not going to be playing. Collier will be playing. So I'm not really sure about this because Collier isn't a Premier League player, proven goalkeeper, is a cup goalkeeper proven, but I'm not really sure about that part. But well, yeah, Collier will be playing, and he knows when to stop shots from you boys. But,
If we can get them on target.
yeah,
I honestly would start Nick Pope.
What, Nick Pope? What, for England?
Over Pickford? Yeah.
Oh, right. He's talking about the Liverpool game.
Oh, I think I'm talking about like England still.
Oh, no. He was just saying about obviously because who's injured for your team? Who's out for Sunday for you guys?
Allison.
Allison.
That's it, right?
That's it, isn't it? Because I only thought it was Allison.
Allison.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
Oh,
big up,
JK.
Chelsea fans sliding in there. Big up, brother. Big up, Lucy's World.
Big up, Lucy. I'm drunk. Yeah, you're right.
Big up. Jordan, do you think he will beat Arsenal at the end of the month? Says Rosie.
No, we're not. No, we're not. Some other Liverpool fans can say that we will, but not for me.
Is it at Anfield or is it at the Emirates?
The Emirates, not for me. Arne Slot doesn't know nothing about Arsenal, know nothing about the Emirates. If we lose, fair enough. And if it was Jurgen Klopp still coaching us, well, I would be probably saying we're going to win at the Emirates. But Arne Slot is coaching us, so I don't know if we have a chance. But Arsenal
you never
does
know,
have
bro. You never know.
This was what was it? A Klopp co-sign for a manager, and also who was it? The director of football for your club, Jordan.
Michael Edwards.
So this assignment came from a good place. So I think so. I honestly think if they have the likes of Virgil marking Gabriel when it comes to these fucking corners that Arsenal love, I think they can do a job versus them, because as long as you don't do no bullshit karate chops like Kyle Walker was doing to Gabriel.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, the Liverpool defense is when it comes down to that is more shrewd than that. I think like I said earlier, I think Arnie's clever when it comes to how because I'm not being funny. If you would have told me at the beginning of this season, Liverpool are arguably the best defensive Premier League team at the moment, I would have looked at you and gone, no way, because that's not what was in the Klopp DNA. You guys weren't focusing on clean sheets. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't in you man's heart to sit there and like defend the lead. But that's the thing for me that I like about this Arnie Slot team in terms of they're more versatile. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like I think that they've got a bit more to them. JK, you with us, brother?
Yeah.
Big up, bro. What did you want to say, my guy?
To be fair, I only just came, but I think you guys were talking about the Liverpool Arsenal game.
Yeah, we were talking about a lot of things.
Oh, yeah, I'll just discuss with big ups Jordan, first time meeting you on the stream. To be fair, you guys were speaking about England, right?
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, just ask me what you want me to say, because I don't know. I just came.
It's about Thomas Tuchel. It's about Thomas Tuchel taking over.
Thomas Tuchel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, first and foremost, I think that's a good appointment for me.
I think it's about time England get a manager that has won something. Do you know what I'm saying? And also can bring the mentality onto the players. Do you know what I'm saying? We've been lacking mentality for a long time. Do you know what I'm saying? And if I'm gonna be honest, these are not bad players. I just don't think they've been utilized properly. And if
Or
you
do
if you look
you
at the
think that's
way,
because England lacked a tactician, or do you think it's just a basic coaching error? There's just
I
not been a
think
good
it's more
enough.
to do with each year New England players coming in without any sort of. When I'm in utilization, you need to understand this. If you look at the way we add players to the national team, it can be based off this, that, and that. It can be based off form. I see Gareth Southgate mentioned, so which means when you see players like Adam Morton or Calvin Phillips come in, do you know what I'm saying? You got, when people like to use this argument with Chelsea saying Chelsea have so many players, it's not like each of them are bad, but how are they going to function together as a team? That's what you can say for England, not really us, but you can say that stuff for England. Do you know what I'm saying? We've inherited a lot of players with so many different qualities. Do you know what I'm saying? If you look at it as well, the way we integrated Phil Foden, we all know is not an average player. But this is that Gareth Southgate system makes him an average player because we all know he's not a left winger. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
These players are good, but we all try to fit them in at once. But because of that, they have certain limitations to their positions. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, if I'm gonna be honest as well, Trent playing in the midfield is not it. I would prefer him right back. They were requesting, you know what, playing midfield, but it kind of didn't work for England, in my opinion. When I watched the Euros, do you know what I'm saying? Also, also felt like this country as a whole, when it comes to football, there's always a mentality problem. Especially with English managers, because people have been questioning this. Spain can get their own manager. There's been the debate. Spain can get their own national team manager. France can do it. Portugal can do it. Although Portugal isn't their manager's Belgian, no?
Roberto Martinez.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
Roberto Martin,
Spanish.
isn't he not Belgian? From
Spanish. No,
Belgium.
He's
Spanish.
Spanish, man.
He was a Belgian manager, but he's
Yeah.
Spanish.
Oh, okay, he's Spanish. See, the
Look at
thing
that
is this.
Iberian rivalry, and yet they don't have no fucking problem.
Yeah, the thing is, my key point is this: in the last 20 years, these sort of countries like France, Portugal, Brazil, they've managed to win these sort of competitions like the World Cup, for example, with their own managers. It's because I was listening to a podcast earlier. The thing is with these sort of countries, I think especially England, the thing is with England, I don't think they set managers up to win, in my opinion. Yes, you could teach them the basics, but the key thing that is missing in English managers nowadays is mentality. And this is
Mm.
why they've not been winning the league, the Premier League for a long time. And this is why big clubs are not hiring them. If you ask Real Madrid, this, that, and the other, is their mentality. Especially when the club legends. I think PR has something to do with it as well. Reason why they don't win, because most of these English managers are club legends, and they know functionally because they're players. They think they can manage, which is not the same. Do you know what I'm saying? Studying the game when you're managing it is so different to when you're playing the game. Sometimes I'm not saying I'm not saying there's managers that are former players that are bad. You got Pep Guardiola; these are good. I'm talking about English managers specifically. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think
Yeah,
they've
they're
had the
not a
best
great caliber. You're absolutely 100%.
and that's what
Deny.
the country just needs to understand. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all well and good getting angry. Oh,
But they don't want
Thomas
to take
Tuchel, we
responsibility.
this, that, and the other. But it's about time. The thing is, England, we need to come to a realization that although we did found the football, it doesn't mean we're that great at it. Let's be honest.
And I
These
think that's where
legends
the
that we
land,
grew up watching, these legends that we
that's
grew up
where the
watching,
anger stems from.
Ronaldinho, all of these ones. I'm not saying there's no good English players like David Beckham, but I'm talking about mentality wise. You're not going to have an English manager. Would Real Madrid hire an English manager? No, because
No,
for
they don't.
one, they lack mentality due to
They
PR.
lack trophies. They lack winning.
They lack trophies. Yeah, but because of that, that's the thing. To win a trophy, you need the mentality for it. Simple as. Back then, English
Yeah,
managers were
but
winning because the standard for English football was so high back in the 70s, 60s. Do you hear what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
now in England, there's more sort of, oh, he's too young. Oh, he's a club legend. let him off. This is what they're doing with Lampard. Our fans were doing this with Lampard. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
There's
the
a
PR is
forgiveness,
so strong for them. Do you know what I'm
sentimentality.
saying?
Yeah, I
I,
understand.
I,
And
I,
the thing
I
is
just feel it's
that's
that
part of
really.
the weakness in mentality you're talking about as well, because it shows that you can't. Because even if you gave the example of Lampard, despite his flaws, we hired him again. We knew he was never good enough to do the job, but because
Hell no.
on sentimentality he was hired, and look how that ended up.
There's that as
But that's
well.
the thing though
And
with
Wolfie,
England, right? They like I think this Tuchel stuff.
Mm-hmm.
People are not asking the. I understand why England fans want an English manager to lead the nation. That makes sense. But people are not asking the question, why are these English managers not good enough?
that's the
That
thing.
question's not being asked. And you guys also are not trusting or giving the chance to the right people. Southgate got was it 6 years, and near the end of that tenure, Lampard and Gerrard and Rooney were being linked to the job. No one thought, oh, look how brilliantly Eddie Howe did at Bournemouth and at Newcastle. Why does he not get a chance? No one talked about Graham Potter when he was doing brilliantly with Brighton. No one look at McKenna got Ipswich promoted with a squad that shouldn't have been promoted. Look how well Michael Carrick did last year. People forget he got to a Carabao Cup semi-final and outclassed Chelsea in the first leg. He's a brilliant. These are like Michael Carrick, McKenna. These are two very young, talented coaches. If you want to give someone time, give time to one of them, or give Eddie Howe the time. Give Potter the time. Give them 5-6 years. Was it 3-4 tournaments? Let's see what they do. If you truly want to do this, do it. I understand if that's what people want to do. There's no problem with that, by the way. Do it. Give someone the time that actually deserves it. Don't give it to a Southgate or a Lampard or a Gerrard or a Rooney that has not shown anything in the game.
Give it
Yeah,
to a deserving
Prime
manager.
Wolves. Prime, like I agree with what you're saying, but even when you say talent in England, like you can say, what's his name? What's that guy's name? Oh, the guy with
Which one?
Middlesbrough manager. You said,
Michael Carrick,
Carrick.
yeah.
yeah, Carrick, yeah. So even with Carrick as well, I understand he got to the semi-finals, but the thing is this: they can do whatever they like. English manager, we just need to understand. I think this squad individually, in my opinion, and in what you've
It's
seen
not good
from
enough. I
what they've
agree.
done. Wait, hang on. From what they've done in their teams, like Phil Foden, I think they are ready to win at least something for England. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's
I
just best getting a
disagree.
manager that you don't have to wait. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just about time that England gets someone who's ready to win now
Well, the
because
thing
we've been
is,
waiting long enough.
actually, if you actually look over the last 20 years, there have been English managers that have won trophies at lesser clubs and never got a shout in the like Harry Redknapp when he won the FA Cup with Portsmouth. You know what I mean? He was never ever in the shout for the England job, as far as I know. And he's the only English manager I can think of over the last 30 years in terms in the league. Well, no, not 30. Yeah, I'd say about 20, because obviously Ethan Fergie wasn't English.
And this is where I might be wrong, but this is where I think their football like player career overshadows their managerial career or their abilities
Yeah, they're
because
expected to be the same level as a manager
it's
as they are as a player, and
bro.
like Jake said, it doesn't work that way.
I would not trust Frank Lampard to manage a game to save my life compared to a Frank Lampard playing like in his prime.
But
And
you know who I would trust? I would
Carrick,
trust McKenna. I would trust Carrick.
McKenna's another
I
one
would
too.
at least give. And again, I'm not saying these guys. I'm not saying Carrick, McKenna, Howe, or Potter would win. And obviously, the goal
Cheers,
for
Rich.
England, like ultimately, is to win. But if people are talking about giving an English manager a chance and developing quality English managers, then you've got to give your best one the opportunity for one, and two,
Exactly.
actually use St. George's Park to develop English talent. Look at the Spanish manager that just won the Euros. He was managing throughout the youth level. So he was going up under 21s with these talented young Spanish players like Lamau and Nico Williams. So when they got to the first team, he was able to bring those guys with them. That's what Lee Carsley was trying to do the last two international breaks, bringing the likes of Angel Gomez, Palmer, Madueke, etc. These talented young players that won at youth level with England. England should do more of that. Michael Carrick, like these guys, I don't know how much time they actually spent at youth level developing. That's kind of why I like John Terry. I kind of rate what he's been doing. The fact that after he ended his managerial career or his playing career, he has been assistant coach at Aston Villa. He's been trying to actually learn. He didn't just get fast track like Lampard did at Derby and then getting the Chelsea
Right.
job. He's
Which he
trying
didn't
to
win
learn.
anything.
He's trying to learn.
Gerrard as well.
Carrick actually trying to learn. Carrick didn't get a big job. The Middlesbrough job is not a big job. The Ipswich job for McKenna is not a big job.
Hang on, I want to ask Jordan quickly because I know he's disappeared. Would you take Gerrard back at Liverpool right now?
Well, this dear guys, man, I didn't disappear. Steven Gerrard. Oh my gosh. Well,
No, we've been there with Lampard, but yeah.
WCP. If he return back to Liverpool, probably coaching us, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, I'll take him back. Yes.
But you know who? You guys know this, right? JPT and Wolfie. Have I not been saying since like March that I wanted Michael Carrick?
No, you've already
you said that. I think you said the Neville name
as well. You said the same thing about you're a fan of Enzo as well, and you like the way he dealt with things. And
No. I'm talking about before Maresca got even thrown into the ring. I said since last season, I'll take Carrick.
Oh yeah, Middlesbrough when they beat us 1-0. Yeah, we all kind of took.
I said, give me Carrick, bro. Like, if we're gonna trust the talented these young guys, Fabregas is at Como. He's doing brilliantly well.
Yeah.
He out. I know he lost to Napoli, but if you watch that game, he outclassed Antonio Conte. Like a few weeks ago before the international break. Look how well Thiago Motta did at Bologna last season, and now he's at Juve. You see that progression that Motta got from Bologna to Juve. You look at Xavi Alonso, who was managing in Leverkusen's academy, then he got the job. What's his name?
By the way, Pep Guardiola at Barcelona academy as well.
Yeah, years ago. Look at Zidane, right? He was in Real Madrid's academy, the Castilla. He was a coach under Jose Ancelotti. Benitez. When Ancelotti got sacked, he then got promoted to Real Madrid's first team, and he won 3 Champions Leagues on a bounce. Like, you gotta give your talented guys the chance. Don't give it to just anybody. You give your talented guys the chance. The same way when you promote a youth player from your team, you're not gonna give it to just any random guy. You're gonna give it to the best of the best. Someone who's been showing the potential. Give it to someone that's been showing the potential. And my thing is this: he gets until the end of the World Cup, right? That's coming up.
Yeah.
What happens after that World Cup? Say, regardless of England win or lose, say they lose or they win regardless, what happens after that? Who's the next guy that replaces Potter? Is there a progression plan of we want an English manager? This is the guy that we want to win to get in after Tuchel. Like, if the guy they want is Lampard, then shouldn't Lampard be learning under Tuchel as his assistant? Is that not the right way to go about it? Like, there's no plan in this. It's just they just stumble upon this. There's no plan. Everyone's praising Tuchel being appointed, but if they end up not winning and Tuchel leaves or he gets sacked, and you're back at square one again.
Well, that's the thing. They're praying for his downfall, and indirectly England's downfall, just so they can prove that this is what we get for hiring a German manager. The thing is just that, as you mentioned, like for Italy and everyone else, I mean, there's a reason why they have good managers coming out of their ranks. I mean, Germany themselves, like if Tuchel never got this job, they have like 2 other managers they can rely on besides Tuchel, Nagelsmann and oh my God, I can't think of the other one. I just had it in my head. Oh, Klopp. If they wanted to, Italy, they have a number of managers as well. It's like England is not even that.
Look at like the young coaches for Italy. They have Maresca. Look at for Germany, they've got Nagelsmann, who's the German manager now. They've got Sebastian Hoeneß, who is I think he's at Stuttgart. Look at Spain. They've got
Isn't the brand manager
Arteta,
also German, or is he Dutch?
the Bayern manager's company. He is
No, Brighton.
Brighton. I think he's German. Yes.
Yeah, there
When
you
you
go.
look at Spain, they have Arteta. So people can say what they want about Arteta, but like
But he's quality.
he's a quality coach. He's not world class, but he is a quality coach. They also have Xavi Alonso as well. Like you see the progression plan these guys have gone about, right? These England coaches, the young ones, the talented ones, are not getting that chance. Like, I think Man United, if they want to gamble, build with Michael Carrick. I know maybe people think I'm overhyping it, but I think he's worth it building with. I really think he is that guy. You got
he needs time.
Or Spurs. If Spurs, when they sack Ange, because they will, go get Michael Carrick or go get Kieran McKenna and give them the time. Like, eventually, these England coaches need to be the talented ones, need to be given the platform. And they're not being developed properly at St. George's Park, clearly.
No. Hell no.
If you're giving me Lampard, Gerrard, Rooney, that's not development. That's just, they were a world-class player. Let me just chuck them in and we've seen it. Pirlo, world generational midfielder. He's a terrible coach. Thierry Henry,
horrible.
Good too.
Thierry Henry, generational coach. He's a generational manager. He's a terrible coach. Gattuso, same thing. So
even Wayne
these
Rooney.
these world-class players clearly don't make good coaches. So maybe give it to the ones that are actually intelligent. Carrick's actually intelligent.
Ones that know how to coach.
Exactly.
Because that's the one thing I have to say. I don't even think that happens with a lot of top coaches in England that actually properly get coached. I think the coaching in England generally is quite poor, and that's why we get a lot of managers like Pep, and one style completely dominates all because no one knows how to adapt. So that's why
and because England don't have a style either.
No, they don't.
England don't have at least 20, 30 years ago we at least knew what England's philosophy was. England now don't really have a philosophy. You guys want to play like Pep's tiki-taka. You also want to press like Klopp, but yet you have limited midfielders like Declan Rice that can't play on the ball. But you also have a striker like Kane who can't press anymore. Like a lot of it's just a mismatch of things that don't really make sense. And then you're gonna have a guy like Tuchel who's gonna come in. He's gonna make some weird because people can say Tuchel's not buying any players, but Tuchel still has questionable talent ID. Tuchel's still going to do things that look weird.
Back in England.
And England fans won't give him the time. They're going to be like, he's trying to sabotage us again. And all it's going to take is one bad result in qualifiers or whatever leading up to that World Cup for everyone to be on his neck. And I don't want that. But yeah, sorry, JK.
It's just a little question. Don't you not think, this is just a question, but I've realised a lot over the years. I also mentioned this earlier about the players. I'm not. This is not me talking about the players individually, but do you think it's right us having to integrate players each season just based off form, or should it just match the manager's philosophy? Because I just see England and they're just throwing players in there. Do you know what I'm saying? You see Adam Morton, he had a good 10, 12, 20 games. All of a sudden, he's in the England squad, this, that, and the other. So I just want
England
to
has
know
been like
this.
that for years, bro. Like, for me, I'm of the belief.
No, but do you think that's the right way to go, Prime? That's the thing.
I think what
because if you look at it, no other countries do that. Not many countries do that.
I think what Southgate was doing was smart, having a core of players that you trust and rely on. Like the best nations do that. You have a core, a spine that even if they underperform for a season, like a Maguire may underperform for a season or whatever, or a Henderson, you still pick them because they're part of your core, they're part of your squad. Because that's how you build consistency. You can't change your 11 every international or your squad every international break because you don't build consistency that way. You don't build chemistry.
Yeah, that's basically my point. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
feel
No,
like
what
we've
you're
been
saying
doing
is
it a
right.
lot. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, you could argue the
Yeah.
England team don't have a lot
I
of
just
chemistry
feel
anyway.
exactly, Prime. This is why I come back to your point. Building a level of consistency each international break is very key. I
Mm-hmm.
just don't think. I think that's this is the thing. You need to find a suitable, basically players that suit your system. Stick with that when it works. Do you know what I'm saying? There
Mm-hmm.
would be
Exactly.
no point trying to add this, that, the other, all because he's on good form. Do you know what I'm saying? Because at the end
Exactly.
of the day,
You
each
have
player
two.
has
Yeah.
his own limitations. Hang on,
Yeah.
he has his own limitations to the way. Not every all at their actual clubs. Do you know what I'm saying? They might not play the same way. To be fair, to keep that same chemistry there, and you can integrate them slowly. Do you know what I'm saying? That's just me, but I agree with you, Prime. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why I've been questioning it. Do you
Yeah.
you can
No.
go on.
No. Because that's how it should be. Like every tournament, you then have 2 years to like build a squad, build a core. Because like going into this tournament, for example, and I know Guehi did well for England, but like people talking about who should partner John Stones in defence. If you're having that question mark going into a tournament, if you're having a question mark of who is going to be Declan Rice as a midfield partner, like you're not prepared for the tournament. That's stupid. You should already have your center back partnership. You should already have your midfield, uh, your midfield pivot. You should have all of that stuff sorted a year going into the tournament, and that's why I kept saying just bring Harry Maguire because at least he has chemistry with Stones. That's why when Southgate was saying that like we missed Calvin Phillips, he was right to a point because Calvin Phillips actually had chemistry with uh, Declan Rice, and they obviously didn't bring Henderson, so they had no one else to really partner with him. Yes, they had talented players in Manu, but there was no real chemistry, and that showed consistently. So I think England need to try and like build that, build a spine. So even going into a tournament, if Kane's England striker and he's not performing well going into the World Cup, it doesn't matter. You bring him and you play him because he's your striker and you've built around him instead of just
Yeah,
throwing in a
it's
random guy.
yeah, what you're both referring to is cohesion.
Yes,
As
instead of
as
just
a
throwing.
unit, that even though one part of it can come out, another part can come in and unfunction similarly.
Like
Exactly.
familiarity in a way.
Instead of just like throwing in a random guy, like people say throw in Watkins.
Gordon.
Watkins had a brilliant season, but Watkins is not battle tested. Watkins doesn't make a difference in that final against Spain. He doesn't.
Well,
But you can see the same thing for Cole Palmer, and yet he still made a difference.
well, the thing is,
I
for
love
England,
Palmer, but I don't think I love Palmer. I don't think he makes a difference. England
for
are that like England got outclassed. Palmer is not gonna like people.
I'm not saying
Panic.
that he would have won, but I'm just saying like I think it was a mistake to have him on the bench. He should have been on the starting 11 for that game.
well, the thing is,
Probably.
there's an unbalance in the England squad anyway because they try and play three central midfielders, or attacking central midfielders, and Foden, Palmer, and who was the other one? Jude and Bellingham,
Saka.
and they kind of
Yeah, but
Then there's
Yeah,
Rice as
and
well.
that could have been more forceful on the manager because they use the same thing. They use like
bro.
4 attacking mids.
because I agree with what
true.
Prime said about Foden in an England shirt is disgusting.
It's
with
Oh
not
my
good.
god!
But with Palmer,
I feel
right?
bad for Gordon.
Trent
Palmer,
plays
right?
as good for England as he does for Liverpool, like, but
Palmer
Foden,
had a brilliant season. Palmer had a brilliant season,
Mhm.
but regardless, if you have a set way of playing and you have your spine and you have your team set, why should Palmer come into the team going into a tournament?
Exactly.
Why should he start?
And this was exactly my point.
Because
Why should he start?
he was making a difference off the bench.
Yes, he was making a difference off the bench,
So
but
was
why
Tony.
should he? Why should he start and mess up the team cohesion going in? Like, why?
I think that he Foden was just not performing as what everyone was expecting. I mean, this was the Premier League's player of the year. What was it?
I agree, bro. But we've seen other international
Yeah,
tournaments.
that's true. That's true.
This is not like Southgate did anything weird. He did something that every other international side does.
That's
Wait,
fair.
quick
That's
question.
fair. But,
Who's Spain's best striker at the moment? As in like Spanish international?
They don't have one.
Not
They play
really.
Morata.
Best chance they'll take was
Hosselu and
Morata.
Morata, really. They're their two standouts, I would say, because
But
where
then,
they
but
play.
the best forward is either Nico Williams or Yamal, and then you have Olmo as an honorary shot from the
Exactly.
midfield.
Like, bro, look at Spain is a brilliant example. Look at Alejandro Grimaldo, the season he had at Leverkusen.
Yeah.
But yeah, who started for Spain? It was Cucurella.
Yeah, and then you have
Because he's
also
their left back.
Osria Ball.
Look at
I think
Laporte.
that's his name.
Laporte did not have that
Laporte's
much of a great
another one.
season in
God
Saudi
damn.
Arabia.
True.
If I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
and
honest.
he still started
Yeah,
centre
but
back.
you're going from now.
Even
You're going on now.
Because
You're going on
Wolfie,
reputation.
it's all about, as you said, cohesion. Do you know what I'm saying? You stick to
I
what
know.
works. This is the thing.
a standard
Do you know
11,
what I'm
your best
saying?
11.
Well, the thing is,
This
it's not.
this is the whole point of the international thing, and this thing of trying to
Big
add
up, Mark.
players. This is my thing. This thing of trying to add players and trying to change it into something that's working, thinking that we can play Adam Morton, Ollie Watkins, start Ollie Watkins. Sometimes I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but sometimes you need to have a level of chemistry. Do you know what I'm saying with
Right.
your team? And this is why England will not win anything. Okay, I'm not saying will not. Hopefully, it changes with Tuchel. But this is why they have not won nothing
Well,
because they've not stick to what
big up,
worked.
bro.
They would overthink going into semi. You look at that. You look at that. That World Cup. I think was it a semi final against Croatia.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you look at it. The way you can say we played well with this, that, and the other, but I think what Southgate did, which was wrong, I think he changed. He did something to the midfield, which was quite odd to me.
I know. Hang
Who
on,
was
boys. Hang on,
yeah,
boys.
and
Before we
everyone kept talking about it. Do you remember Wolfie?
Yeah, I get it, but we're now going back in decisions that he's previously made, and I'm not being funny. My missus is
No,
sitting
I'm
behind me
giving an
for.
example.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But and I appreciate the example, and I respect it. But we're gonna round the conversation up because my missus behind
We're
me
here
is
for
sitting
2
there,
hours, bro.
falling asleep. So, hang on. If you think I'm joking, look, bless her. So look, she's actually sat there falling asleep. Bless
It's
her.
Kate's birthday, man. We can't be doing this to Kate.
Well,
And I gotta
kind
I
of.
gotta go
She
too.
sat there, bless her, to chill out and just wait for us to finish. 2 hours later, she's out of it. So you know what I mean, bless her. So like, I didn't even know it. I just turned around and saw her half out of it. I do get what you're saying, though, JK. A big up for jumping in late. Like, I appreciate you, Jordan. Big up as well. Yeah, special guest, surprise guest, because obviously, like, because me and JPT just kind of shotgun. We didn't really reach out to any Liverpool content creators because of everyone's birthdays being jumbled in the middle of it. Big up to you. Thanks a bunch, brother, for coming on. Big up to you, man. I appreciate that.
Jordan, we appreciate you, bro.
Big up, man. Like, if you haven't, please do smash a like and subscribe to Jordan's channel. He waffles a bit, but he's a good guy. No, I'm joking. Bro, he's been sitting there quiet. I just said he's been sitting there jamming, bro. Just listen to his last babble, man. Big up to you, Jordan, man. Big up on your patience as well. And unlike you held up the reputation of Yard as well, because unlike Tyrone, you didn't sing.
Yo, Cash Jordan on American Idol.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, big up as well. Big up Prime as well for joining us. The Notorious. Big up. I think JPT is not only the fact that he needs to go. I think he's drunk too. So I think he needs his bed. He looks like you look like we've lost the game already, bro. JPT looks mashed up.
I gotta pick up some.
Well, you guys did
food
your
for
Liverpool
you and
preview
Mrs.
already.
You're in it.
Yeah,
we
this
did
is
it.
it.
We did it about an hour and a half ago.
Oh my days! I'm just looking at the timer now. It's already
It's
been 2
late, bro.
hours. That's crazy.
Well, the thing is,
Yeah,
we did
bro.
speak about the Liverpool game for about 40 minutes.
But then we talked about Tuchel.
Then we started talking about Tuchel. Then we went back to Liverpool. Then we went back to Tuchel when you jumped in the conversation. So yeah, it's been a very. Here you go. Thank you, Rosie.
Liverpool is his own game. We'll see what happens, isn't it?
Well, yeah,
just before I have to head out just to pick up some food from the missus. But I mean, Jordan, JK, Prime, if you can join Wolf for the watch along for Sunday.
What type of food? What type of food?
Just some sandwiches. That's it.
To be fair,
what type of food?
JPT.
Yeah, man.
If I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna have family over for that game. So I would really the thing. And even when I watch games, I don't want to get. I don't. Okay, it's not to be rude, but it's not. I don't want to get distracted, sort of thing.
It's
Oh
You know
no,
what I'm
prime.
no,
saying?
trust
Yeah,
me, I
yeah,
get
yeah,
you.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
shit,
that's
I
what I'm
see the
trying to
N word
say.
like almost every other
JK,
second when I
hey,
watch
JK, let
games.
me tell you right now, bro. I could have never watched you know the Champions League final where John Terry missed. I watched that
Listen,
live, bro. I could have never watched that with Ed because I actually cried when he kicked that.
listen.
And you're
Oh
like,
my god.
oh, God, you know, like, it hurt. Big up,
And
Trip
Morphy,
Big
do
in
you
the building.
remember the Champions League final? We remember that Champions League final in 2021.
2021.
You don't remember the one we won?
Versus
You mean?
what game though? City,
The
Atletico. What?
Yeah,
Tuchel's
that's
first
what I was.
Champions League.
Oh, what the actual
Oh,
final
You
or the
man
whole
actually
chat?
forgot it.
No. But the
That's a
thing is, no.
disgrace.
No. What was good about that was the 6 runs to the 6 games to the run
Yeah.
to the end of the final. We didn't concede a goal against Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, or Man City.
I thought we
To be
ended up
fair,
So
if
one
you told
goal
me in
for Atletico
2012,
from Real.
if you told me you
was
had
it the
to do a
first
watch
game?
along,
I think
Mm.
so.
if you told me I had to do a watch along in 2012, listen, I would be too sick to even speak. If I'm gonna be honest, that final was scary.
Yeah, it
If I'm
was.
gonna be honest,
The whole Champions
penalties were
League that year was.
scary.
But the whole Champions League that year was the 4-1 against Napoli after losing 3-1.
Yeah,
Barcelona, John Terry infamously kneeing Alexis Sanchez in the back, going centre 10 men, being 2-0 down. Then Lampard with that through ball. Ramirez is finished. Oh my God, brother. Ramirez scored that chip over Valde. I screamed the house down. You mother. Yeah, you
no,
can
but
imagine how
Wolfie,
that
I'm
went.
not. I'm not even joking. It was scary going to. Listen, it was that bad. I could have even vomited because I was too sick. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, I can only imagine how you felt when Robin got that penalty, bro.
Oh my
Do you
god, that
remember
was
Robin got the
scary.
penalty? And I was just
Yeah.
thinking, shit, he's gonna do it just to kill us, just to hurt us. But don't worry, Peter checked me and Peter checked, bro. That was it. That's why for us he was a legend, but for Arsenal he was kind of like, But yeah, but anyway, boys, let's round it off there because JPT said to bounce. I'm gonna go deal with my missus, Jordan, JK, Prime, Oris as well. Can't forget Oris. Jordan, shout out your channel, bro. What you got coming?
Yes, guys, coming up on my channel. Yes, Liverpool Chelsea watch along on my channel. I'm asking one of my friend. He supports Liverpool as well. If you guys know, check out his channel. His name is Steve LFC. This is Anfield. He's going to do the watch along for me, and also match reaction for the game for the big one between Liverpool and Chelsea. I'm on the road to 1.6k subscribers, and I do daily international content as well. So I'm
Make sure you give Jordan
big
a
up in
like
the
and some people if you can,
hope
please.
better team win on Sunday. So
Help
yeah.
this man get to his target, man. Help this man get to his target. Prime might be about over the weekend with me. He might do his thing, but as you know, he goes on Steve's channels. He goes on Casually FC, drifts around, does his thing as Prime normally does. Have you got anything coming up over the weekend, Prime?
Probably another type of preview tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, or today's Friday. Probably another preview.
What,
I'll be doing some. No, well, maybe on Casually. I think so. I'll be doing watch-alongs and stuff as well. Obviously, we'll do the review on Tuesday, right? Here.
Yeah, on
So
Monday. On Monday. Yeah, it'll be Tuesday
on
because I
Monday.
think JPT's birthday is Monday. 22nd is Monday, right? I think it is. So yeah,
Yeah.
JPT's gonna be red.
No,
Yeah, so it'll be Tuesday.
22nd is Tuesday.
Oh,
22nd
is
is
it?
Tuesday.
Well, it'll either
Yeah.
be it depends because I'll have to ask JPT. By the way, thank you, Trip Vic, for the compliment. I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, you'll definitely catch us next week anyway with a review of this. And if Jordan wants to hop on that, depending if he wins or loses, I'll give him a shout. But again, Jordan, bro, big up to you, man. Thanks for your patience. I know it's probably been a much longer stream than what you thought. It was for me as well, bro. This Tuchel thing blew up. I expected like a 20-minute conversation and that would be it, but it spawned nearly an hour worth of convo. So people had stuff. Look on the bright side. People have bits to say in it. What can I say? That's what we're all here to do. Listen to what we all say. But anyway, big up everyone. Big up to Jordan. Big up to Prime. I hope we stuff Liverpool on Sunday. I can't see it happening myself. I'm sticking with maybe a 2-2 draw, and that's me being hopeful. So you know.
It's all right. It's all right. We're not that.
Well, I'm not gonna go. Well, I'm not gonna say 2-0 Liverpool. I can't do that. Like, the blue in my blood just screams, "Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it!" So I'm not going to do it. I'm going to listen to my heart. I'm going to say, well, I'm going to listen to my delusional side actually and say 2-2. Because that's just being hopeful that we score twice. And concede only 2.
Wait.
Because,
Wait, so what do you think realistically will happen then?
2-2 draw.
You think
And
that's the realistic
or,
one?
or realistically, 2-1, maybe 3-1 Liverpool.
Thank you.
Fair enough. Okay.
Or translation.
You know why? Because if Jota was starting, we're going to give him chances.
Oh.
Yeah, but
We
do you
are.
not think? But we'll get chances as well.
Yeah, but will we take them?
Yeah, but will Liverpool take their chances?
Well, we will take our chances.
Well,
He will cut
I can arguably say Jota is the best finisher out of everyone in both teams. Next to that, maybe Jackson, but
I
Jackson
disagree.
misses chances.
Jota this season hasn't been a better finisher than Jackson.
Well, Jackson still misses chances, so that's not a
So does
compliment to him.
yeah, but so does Jota.
Well, then it goes back to what I'm saying, isn't it? If we can take theirs and not concede that many, it's still a lot of if, muts, and maybes, man. And we're going to give them chances, bro. Whether they take them or not is something else, but we're going to give them chances. We're going to give them, like I said, 3 of our back 4 are missing, so we're going to give them chances.
But yeah.
True, but they also have Alisson out, and Kelleher is not that good of a goalkeeper.
We'll see. Check back this time Monday, Tuesday. We'll let you know. That's all I can really say. But boys, big up. It's been a 2 hour and 10 minute stream. I think we got to wrap it up there. So everyone, stay safe. Rosie doing a thing in the chat as well. Big up to her. She didn't put her own channel there. Maybe she can as we end the stream. But thank you, everybody. Stay safe. Good night, and we are out. Peace.